age did Fred Francis say, you know what, I could do this too, I may run for a position on council?
Well, certainly, you know, Windsor is something that we're all passionate about, my brothers and I, and you know, that's something we got from my parents. Being involved, making positive contributions is something we are all passionate about. That's certainly a passion that runs in my family. You know, I often tell people, my parents immigrated here from Lebanon in the 70s, and I wish I can go back and see my parents when they got off the plane and said, listen, within 30 years, your eldest son's going to be elected mayor of this community, and just see what their reaction would be. I'm sure they would have laughed and said, you know, that's impossible. But that really speaks to the greatness of the city of Windsor, and it really speaks to the greatness of the people in the city of Windsor. So, you know, that's something we're very humbled by. That's something that we take very seriously, and it's something that my parents always said, you know, this city's provided us with so much. Really, they adopted my parents when they came here. They didn't really have much. They didn't have much money. They didn't really speak the English very well, and they didn't really know anyone. So they were able to come here, be welcomed here by the people of Windsor, establish a business, raise a family, educate their children, and throughout that entire process, you know, my mother and father would always say, you know, you have to give back. You know, the city that gave us so much, you have to give back. And seeing Eddie giving back in the way he did, and being involved in that indirectly over the last decade, you know, that's something we were all passionate about.
But you mean, you also saw the bad side of all this. I mean, your brother did not have an easy time at it. You have a lot of critics. A lot of people didn't agree with your brother, and there was times I didn't agree with your brother, and some things I still don't agree with your brother. But the point is, you saw that up close.
Sure.
And you said, okay, I'm going to now take that step and move forward. Did you have second thoughts at all?
No, because, you know, John, giving back is not always easy. But, you know, if you believe in that and you want to give back, you want to make a positive contribution. At the end of the day, Eddie was a public servant. I'm now a public servant. And that's not always easy. And anyone that serves the public, you know, they understand what they're getting into. And that's certainly something I understood going into it. And it's not all about, you know, you're not always going to make everyone happy. You're not always going to, you know, be everyone's friend. And I think a good person that represents the public and serves the public understands that. And at the end of the day, you just want to do the best job you possibly can for the people that elected you. In my case, it's for Ward 1. I just want to serve them to the best of my ability, and understanding that, you know, I want to give back. You're humbled by the opportunity to do so. You're humbled by so many people voting for you and having the trust in you to do that, and you just want to serve them. And you grow thick skin. You know, anyone in public life has thick skin.